परब्रह्मसमारम्भाम् श्रीदत्तात्रेयमध्यमाम् श्रीदत्तस्वामिपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। सर्वविश्वन्यस्तपादपद्मायते वामहस्तालोलवेदशास्त्रायते ज्ञानसूर्यायते दत्तरूपायते श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम्। श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम्। श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम्। गुरुदत्त श्रीदत्त प्रभुदत्त पाहि माम्। विधिदत्त हरिदत्त हरदत्त रक्ष माम्। पाहि मां दत्ता रक्ष मां दत्ता।
श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे उन्मत्तनटनताण्डवं मत्ते भवदनभासुरं चित्ताब्जबोधभास्करम् आयत्तयोगराजितं विद्वेषनित्यपूजितम् उत्तानपाणिमुद्रितं श्रीकृत्तिवाससुतम् कैलासदृशदिनर्तनं भक्तान्तरङ्गवर्तनं पापौघपाशकर्तनं श्रीपार्वतीसुतं भजे श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे लम्बोदराङ्गताण्डवं मुद्राकराब्जपण्डितं सर्वाङ्गनागमण्डनं वन्दे विनायकं पतिं। धिं धिम्मितकिटमर्दलं भं भं निनादशङ्खकम् आनन्दनृत्यतत्परं ध्यायामि प्रमथनायकम् आमोदकरमोदकं वेदान्तमतिमादकं दुष्कर्मफलसाधकं विघ्नेश्वरं गुरुं भजे श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे सृष्टिस्थितिलयकारणं मोक्षाख्यदैत्यमारणं संसारजलधितारणं स्तौमि प्रभो नरवारणं पञ्चास्यमादिदैवतं देवऋषिभिः समर्चितम् आलोकगलितसञ्चितं विघ्नाधिनाथमाश्रये श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे लोकैकपरमवैभवं लोकेश्वरादिसम्भवम् आलोकपरिहृतोद्भवम् आलोकये परं भवम् श्रीकृष्णकविनिवेदितैः श्लोकाख्यमोदकैरिमैः आनन्दगणपतिं पतिम् आराधयन्तु साधकाः। श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे, 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 श्रीदत्तगणपतिं भजे।
परब्रह्मसमारम्भां श्रीदत्तात्रेयमध्यमां श्रीदत्तस्वामिपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। सर्वविश्वन्यस्तपादपद्मायते वामहस्तालोलवेदशास्त्रायते ज्ञानसूर्यायते दत्तरूपायते श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम्। श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम्। श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम्। गुरुदत्त श्रीदत्त प्रभुदत्त पाहि मां। विधिदत्त हरिदत्त हरदत्त रक्ष मां। पाहि मां दत्त रक्ष मां दत्त। स्वामी नमस्कारं स्वामी।
Namaste.
Dear devotees of God Datta, we all have gathered here today on the most auspicious occasion of Shri Datta Jayanti. What is far more important than the time and place is that we are in the divine presence of His Holiness Shri Datta Swami. Therefore, we all are immensely blessed. I know how much the devotees gathered here have been longing for this greatest fortune. For those who are not aware, Swami is the most extraordinary divine personality of present times. Swami is a confluence of ancient spirituality and modern science. Within Hinduism, he has reconciled the three Vedantic philosophies and other philosophies with each other. In the context of world religions, he has reconciled the philosophies of all religions in the world. He has also unified the paths of spiritual knowledge, Jnana Yoga, selfless devotion, Bhakti Yoga, and practical service and practical sacrifice, Karma Yoga. Furthermore, numerous people have experienced extraordinary divine miracles and received miraculous protection from Swami. In the earlier stage of his life, Swami was known as Venugopala Krishnamurti Janna Bhatla. Miraculous incidents began even before the birth of Swami. The miracles are continued throughout his life and are still continuing even today. Swami's mother had dreams and divine visions while she was pregnant when Swami was in her womb. As soon as Swami was born, on his birthday itself, two murderous black magicians who had been terrorizing the village suddenly died in an accident. At the age of 8 years, Swami started speaking the language of Sanskrit even though he had never studied Sanskrit. And he began explaining the true meaning of Sanskrit scriptures in great detail. By 11 years, he was composing such extraordinary Sanskrit poetry that Sanskrit scholars were dumbfounded. By then, he was also making numerous and some shocking astrological predictions. By the age of 16, he had authored over 100 philosophical books in Sanskrit, mainly reconciling the three Vedantic philosophies of Shankara, Ramanuja, and Madhva. By the age of 19, he had earned a doctorate in chemistry from Allahabad University after working for just 2 weeks. Later, he worked as a professor of chemistry in different engineering colleges in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, India, until retirement. In parallel with his career as a professor and after retirement, Swami has written and preached spiritual knowledge extensively in Sanskrit, Telugu, and English. He has composed numerous devotional songs that bring out the true essence of devotion, which is unselfish and aspiration-free sacrifice. The aim of all that Swami has written and preached on the topics of divine spiritual knowledge, devotion, and spiritual practice is one. It is to unite science with spirituality, religion with religion, and people with justice and God. It alone is the foundation of permanent world peace. Throughout his life, Swami has been an embodiment of simplicity and humility, never seeking fame or public attention. His focus has always been to guide sincere devotees on the spiritual path as their Sadguru, divine preacher, while also protecting them in their worldly life. Those who have come in contact with Swami, heard him speak, studied his spiritual knowledge, witnessed the most extraordinary divine miracles from him, experienced his instant divine protection, and seen him suffer on their behalf, have no doubt that Swami is an embodiment of divinity. They know him to be the one and only God who has incarnated as a human incarnation in the present generation. In fact, Swami is a Paripurna Tamavatara, the most complete and the highest incarnation of God. They know him to be Lord Datta, the given God. He is God who has given himself to humanity by incarnating on earth to bring peace to the whole of humanity and to lead interested devotees to the ultimate spiritual goal. On this day of Shri Datta Jayanti, we are in the presence of that very Lord Datta who has incarnated on earth as His Holiness Shri Datta Swami. with salutations at the lotus feet of Shri Datta Swami, and with his kind permission, we will now begin the satsanga. Swami will be answering questions asked by devotees. The devotees attending online can unmute yourselves to ask your questions. Padanamaskaram, Swami.
Namaste.
We have some questions
Yes.
from devotees. First question, why was Vidura not selected by Bhishma as a king? Srimati Anita asked this question. Padanamaskaram, Swami. Gurudatta, Sridatta, Prabhudatta. First question, in Mahabharata, Vidura was the most knowledgeable person who had all sattva gunas. But Bhishma Pitamaha chose Dhritarashtra as king who had bad qualities. Why was Vidura not selected by Bhishma as a king?
You see, Dhritarashtra was born to Ambika, and Pandu Maharaja was born to Ambalika. Ambika and Ambalika were the wives of Vichitrangada and Vichitravirya who died. Only the issues of Ambika and Ambalika can become the kings because they are the wives of the two brothers belonging to that dynasty. Vidura was born to a servant maid. Vidura, the servant maid is not connected to the royal dynasty. You understand? Ambika and Ambalika, they belong to the royal dynasty. And the son of Ambika was Dhritarashtra, son of Ambalika was Pandu Maharaja. So only the royal dynasty heirs can become kings. Vidura is born to a servant maid who does not belong to the royal dynasty. So Vidura cannot be made as king. The very root purpose goes. And that is why, because Vidura is a very knowledgeable person, he was made as the minister. The post of minister is very powerful. In India, prime minister is powerful than president. Only when the prime minister, he was prime minister, Vidura. Whatever he recommends, that must be accepted by the king, by the president. Vidura was also given very high, very important post. Okay? Next.
Second question from Anita. If they have taken rebirth, second question starts with the first part A. Were the atheists of Shankara's time devotees during Ramanuja and Madhva's time the same souls? So,
yes. See, it is a question of changing a philosophical path, the tradition. You see, the people who changed from atheism to theism, they became theists. Their children also were theists. Whatever their fathers learned, up to that stage only they will induce to their children. So, let us take further grandsons. Again, up to that stage only, induction of knowledge. So, this means indirectly the grandfathers were coming to the time of Ramanuja.
Yes.
by way of knowledge, by way of the stage of knowledge. Though by person he may not come, but by the way of knowledge, by the way of the level of knowledge, they have come to the time of Ramanuja, they have also come to the time of Madhva. Shankara changed atheists into theists, and the theists were also changed into devotees by Shankara himself. Because the devotees asked, if we are God, why we are not having the super powers, miraculous powers of God? Then Shankara told, you must worship God, you must become devotees of God. Your mind should be purified. Then only you can attain the divinity in practice, practical divinity. So therefore, the question there is that in the time of Shankara, some A, B, C, D were there. Then they became devotees in the time of Ramanuja. Ramanuja stressed theoretical devotion. Their question, their idea is, in the time of Shankara, A, B, C, D were present, and they got this doubt, and they were developed only up to theists. Then when Ramanuja time came, they were developed, they were turned into devotees. But A, B, C, D did not come to Ramanuja time. So how you say, if the same individual continues from Shankara to Ramanuja to Madhva, that fellow is developed from atheist to theist, theist to devotee, devotee to a practical servant. 3 generations passed. But the same ABCD did not continue in the 3 generations. Then how can you correlate the development? That is their question. That question is Chappadantu Prashna in Telugu. That is, one fellow measured the stomach of the buffalo and the stomach of the plant that eats. The length of the plant is lesser than the length of the stomach. How this could be accommodated in the stomach of the cow or buffalo? So it means, you see, ABCD's children were also ABCD in their level of knowledge. Let some 10 generations pass. Indirectly, it means ABCD are only continuing to the time of Ramanuja. And ABCD were turned into XYZ, F, something like that. Then till Madhva's time came, their children, the grandchildren, grandchildren were in that level only. So that XYZ only came to the time of Madhva. See, you have to view it from the point of the level of their spiritual status, not the individual status. Because the sons, the grandsons, grandsons were in the same status as their great grandfathers. You understand? So, okay, next.
Next question also related to the same thing, Swami. If they have taken rebirth, how could they remember the previous knowledge of the past birth? If they have taken rebirth, if they were the same souls taking rebirth from...
No, I already answered this question. They have ABCD have not taken rebirth and become XYZ, so that whether that knowledge came to the person need not be ABCD. It is only the question of development of the level of knowledge, variations in the philosophy, not connected to individuals. Only the same individuals should
be turned. It is the question of, and you must remember that their sons, their grandsons, their great grandsons were also in the same level of the philosophy as their great grandfathers should. And if these people standing in the same level are turned, it means those originals were turned. So like that we have to take.
Third question by Ganesh. Shri Ganesh asked, Pada Namaskaram Swami, when children do not follow the wishes of their parents, we see that parents do not talk to the child for years, sometimes even decades. For example, with career choice, marriage, etc. So the love of a parent is also instrumental to some extent, isn't it? At your divine feet, Ganesh.
See, love of the parents, love in general is a good quality. But love to world or love to God is the point. You see, in this water. So love to parents, he says that he will induce something, some value. What is that value he has not told. The parental love, whether it is inducing love to God or not, that point he is not clear. Love also helps to, in what direction? See, somebody loves Ravana, somebody loves Rama. If love increases, it helps. Does the love of Ravana help the love of Rama? No. But love of Ravana is also love. So towards which direction, that is important. Love is not important. Love towards which direction? Are you loving me or are you loving my enemy? Since in both the love already is common, loving your enemy must help my loving you. This is actually the Advaita philosophy. What they say, Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister. Number 1 point, number 1 note. Next, number 2 point. Narendra Modi is a human being. Number 3 point. I am also a human being. 4th point. Therefore, I am the Prime Minister.
This is called Kutarka.
Kutarka, Dustarka. Dustarka Suviram Yatam. Yurtimatastarko Nusandhi Yatam. Shankara's shloka. That is, you see, no, he takes the common word love. Love to Ravana, love to Rama. Common is love. Love must help love. Fire must support fire. Water must support water. Is it not?
Yeah.
Likes support each other. So take the common love between both. Therefore, loving Ravana must help loving Rama. Is it not? But loving Ravana is destroying the love to Rama. And love to Rama is destroying the love towards Ravana. It is not supporting each other because love is just common. Love, what is the object of love? That is important. And also another thing, by loving God, the family bonds, the worldly bonds, they will be destroyed. That should not be understood like that. Because if you love God, in course of time, as your love goes to the climax state towards God, the worldly bonds, the love to the worldly bonds, it just drops away, it is not destroyed. See, previously I was drinking coffee. I need not leave coffee because leaving coffee is not a prerequisite to attain divine nectar. Divine nectar doesn't say unless you leave coffee, you cannot approach me. There is no it is not a prerequisite. Nobody asked you to leave the coffee. There is no prerequisite to attain the divine nectar. That is not a prerequisite. So therefore, you need not hate worldly bonds. Now, when you loved the divine nectar and you got the divine nectar, you tasted the divine nectar, automatically your interest on the worldly bonds goes. That means the worldly bonds themselves are dropped. There is no enmity there. See, since I drank divine nectar, since that taste is unimaginable taste, I don't like now to take coffee. I'm not enemy to coffee. I don't scold coffee. You bloody coffee. How tasteful is divine nectar? You dirty coffee. I never scold the coffee. I never scolded. Just before its taste, I am unable to drink coffee or any other worldly drink. Limca, good spot, all those things. So, there is no enmity. They themselves got dropped. When the boil is healed, that upper tape, medical tape, antaru patti antaru. We call it bandage. That itself will drop. You will not by force take it and throw it away. Then the boil will become big, more serious. So when it itself, when you are spontaneous, that is due to the taste of that bloody divine nectar. What can I do? That is the effect of that taste. So therefore, even there, that enmity and hatred is not there. But Jesus told one statement, unless you hate your father, mother, wife and children, you cannot be my disciple. He used the word hate. That is quite against to this theory of dropping out, is it not? But you see, you are having a lot of fascination towards worldly bonds. At least in the initial stage, you must reduce your fascination so that you can spend some time and energy to introduce yourself to God. Suppose you are always fascinated to worldly bonds, you cannot even enter the field of God, Suppose you are fascinated to earning money for the family only, and you come to know that somebody is giving a speech on Bhagavad Gita at 5 o'clock in the evening, 5 to 7. You will think if you are very much fascinated to family, 5 to 7 I can do some work and earn for family. Why should I go to hear that bloody Gita speech? Then how can you be attached to God? Even you are not attending to hear a speech given by Gita, initially you must reduce your fascination to the worldly bonds. That is necessary in the initial stage. Not in the final, afterwards. Once you are attracted to Gita, attending that speech, you are automatically taken. Next day you will go again. Next day you will go again. Then these worldly bonds cannot affect. In the initial stage, you have never heard Gita. That is the initial stage. There, you must put some initial effort in reducing your fascination to the worldly bonds, so that at least you can introduce that field of God's spiritual field can be introduced to you. Introduction must be done only by your effort. And for your effort, reduction of fascination to worldly bonds is needed. Initial stage. Later on, not at all needed. The fascination itself gets dropped by the taste of the divine nectar. So, Jesus was talking about that initial stage. Unless you hate, you cannot be my disciple. That refers to the initial state of going to first lecture on Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So once that progress that develops, you are automatically attracted by it, and these fascinations will drop by themselves. Nothing, they can't influence you. So what Jesus spoke is not against this theory. It indicates only the initial stage.
Determination.
Initial stage, you require some effort to reduce your fascination to the worldly bonds. Then only you can attend to that first lecture on Gita. And without attending the first lecture on Gita, how can you progress your attachment to Gita, God? Is it not? Initial stage it is required. He is talking about that initial stage. So he is not against the theory. And when the worldly bonds of Jesus were dropped, that was also shown in a later part of Bible, because he is talking with his devotees. His mother and other brothers, they came to meet him. And somebody says, "Sir, your mother and brothers are waiting, they want to talk with you." Then he told, "Who is my mother and who are my brothers? You are my mothers and you are my brothers. I don't have mother, brother and all that. Mother and brother is not greater than a devotee." Like that he speaks. So that shows the later developed stage after drinking the divine nectar. Practically he refused to meet them. That unless you hate, that is restricted to the initial state of the person. Just you must put some effort, reduce your fascination to the worldly bonds, to attend that first lecture on Gita. I am earning already, I am giving to family bonds. This 5 to 7 also, shall I do some work and earn and give to them only? What is that I will get? Let me hear at least. Almost all the time I'm doing that only. At least little time shall I not spend to God? Let me not earn anything. 5 to 7, let me attend that. And the materialistic mad people, what they say, if you go to the Gita lecture, neglecting, they see the useless fellow, waste fellow. 5 to 7 every day he can do some work. There is some part-time job, 5 to 7. He could have done and could have earned. Useless fellow. Like that, these bad people will talk. And when a later on situation comes in the hell, this fellow who attended the Gita lectures, he will be honored. And these fellows who did not go to the first lecture of Gita, influenced by these mad fellows, and these mad fellows who spoiled others also. So this third class hell, these fellows will go. That mad people, first class hell. Again in hell there are compartments. And there are other severe hells managed by Kala Bhairava. This ordinary hell is managed by Yamadharma Raja. Severe hells, super specialty hospital. This is only normal clinic. Yamadharma Raja's hell is only a normal clinic. There are super specialty hospitals. like Raurava, Maharaurava, Kumbhipaka. 28 hells are there. So out of those, only one hell, normal hell, primary first aid clinic, that is held by Yamadharmaraja. And seeing Yamadharmaraja itself, our life will go. And if you see Kalabhairava, you'll be smashed. Simply. Huh? So things will be realized in course of time. Things will be realized in course of time. I don't know why these people are so much mad about the materialism. What is the ultimate use of materialism? Just to earn the basic needs. Beyond the basic needs, even multimillionaire is not enjoying. You know, multimillionaire, he takes food and he enjoys luxuries even below a poor man, being advised by doctor. The doctor says to this multimillionaire, don't eat these food items. Eat only some ragi malt, some little rice only you take, and don't eat all. He is living, he is enjoying the materialistic field lesser than a poor fellow. So for why I accumulated lot millions. That will give lot of tension. Income tax tension. Your own relatives, everybody will ask, please help me, please help me, please help me, please help me. You don't help one fellow, help it all. One fellow you don't help, he will murder you. Shankara says, Putradapi dhana bhajam bhitihi sarvatraisha vihita ritihi bhajagovindam bhajagovindam. Even your son will kill you for the property. This is what Aurangzeb did. Aurangzeb killed his father. Putradapi dhana bhajam bhitihi sarvatraisha vihita ritihi. Okay, leave all these defects points. While dying, will he take anything extra, 1 paisa with him? Nothing is taken. It is left over here. And because he has done a lot of injustice in earning so much money, that money will destroy his generations. Not first generation. Forever. As long as that money, because it is sinful money. It destroys his issues, sons, grandsons, grand-grandsons. Otherwise, those poor fellows would have come up by their own effort. If this sinful is not there, money is not there, they could have become very well. They could have led very good life. Their life is destroyed by this sinful money. So tell me one merit of the materialistic life. And for that, to achieve that bloody materialistic life, career development, failure, passing, distinction. What is the value of that petty materialistic life? And what are the terms you are using to achieve it? Especially to the youngsters, I am giving this advice. Don't miss. See, people are committing suicide sometimes. I failed in the examination. Examination of what? Materialistic thing. What is the ultimate? Basic needs. And he has some ancestral property which is sufficient for the basic needs. And more than that, nothing is earned by this fellow of excellent career and nothing. Why should he commit suicide? So, next question.
Swami, I have a continuing question that Ganesh asked. You said that Apatya Bhakti is the highest devotion, which means considering God as a son and serving serving God as as we serve the children.
Yeah.
But even in apatya bhakti, even in parental love, parents expect children to do something in return. Expectation is still there. But you are also telling not to expect anything in return, but giving the example of apatya bhakti.
Why I have given Apatya Bhakti as an example? The parents expect the children to do some service to them. Okay? The aspiration in return is there. Even though aspiration in return is there, okay, and the son is not doing his service to the parents, even from the point of the business devotion, he must do the service. Because parents invested something.
Yes.
At least for business devotion, not great. Based on the norms of business devotion, at least, he must serve. He is not serving. He is at fault. The parents are scolding him. You dirty fellow, how much service we did to you. Huh? And now, since you got your wife, huh, you have become her servant and you are not minding us at all. Like that, they scold very much. For hours together, they scold. For days together, they scold. But they don't change their will. Already written to the son. So, you see, in fact, this Apatya Bhakti, I told as best.
Yes.
It should be best to the power of infinite. Because even though he has scolded him, he identified the defect, he scolded, he doesn't change the will. The will his house, all his errant property goes to his son only. Even though he identified, he scolded it, he became emotional, but the will is not changed. See the love of the parents, see the blind love of parents. Is it not blind love? Is it not strongest love? So you should tell me that the Apatya Bhakti which you have given, you have told it as best, but it is best to the power of infinity you should have given. Simply best is not sufficient. They should have asked me like that. See, no, even though he ill-treats them, he ill-treats. I know several examples I know. One son married, marriage was done. Just one day was over. Something like that, you see, the old father told, we should go back to our home and third day, something like that. But the father-in-law told, no, need not be third day, on fourth day or fifth day you can go. He told like that. And this father told, but it is the tradition that we should quit and go. Some discussion like that. And this father was a little bit rigid because of the tradition. You know that son, induced by the wife, before all relatives, took a chappal, beating the father. The father fell down. You know that father did not change his will. So it is the best to the power of infinite. In fact, they should have scolded me for not including it as best to the power of infinite. Not best to the power of infinite. Such blind fascination. I am not criticizing the blind fascination. Such a blind fascination you must have to God. That is what I am saying. Yes. Okay. And this son who was beaten by this father, who was this son who bit the father, he will be beaten by his son in future. He will be beaten by his son. And that son will be beaten by his grandson. Because karma is very powerful. Achyutkata if papa punyai ihaiva phalamashunute. Very serious sins and very serious merits give results in this life only, not to be punished in the hell. He will be punished before all that public. Before the same public, he will be punished. Otherwise, people will say, "Ah, nothing happened, so let us also beat. Let all of us beat." Okay? So, parental love is really the highest love of blind fascination. But of course, fan love is still higher than the parental apachya, because he is not getting any benefit from him. He is not aspiring any benefit from him. And when he dies, he commits suicide. And that is the highest. That you can call it as Unmada Bhakti. Mad devotion. Mad devotion. Fan devotion. No fan of a cinema hero, fan of a political leader. That is unimaginable. You can keep the Apachya Bhakti or parental devotion in the highest. Mad devotion you can leave it as exceptional. Something like a record break. Record break never happens. Sometimes it happens. And it always remains record break. So the best is parental devotion, and the greatest funny thing here is God Datta wanted his devotees to be parents and himself to be the son, Datta Putra. Immediately the clever devotees understood the concept. He is a son, we are parents, that means we must give to him, even though he is faulty. That is, even though we pray and he doesn't respond, even though faults are there on his side, we should not mind those faults. We should give, because we are parents. He is son. Immediately they realized this plot of God Datta. Immediately they changed this plot. No, Swami, no, sir. You are Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva. You are mother, you are father. We are your children. So, even if we insult you, you please give our boons. Immediately, nobody, he called himself as Datta. Datta means given to the world of devotees. Datta, given. Given to the world of devotees as adopted son. Along with your own children, you give me also a share of property. At least along with your children, give me, not equal because they are your biological sons and I'm adopted son. Give something at least. No. So they immediately changed the order. You are our adopted father and mother. Adopted is same. They continue the adopted word. Because not biological sons, biological father. You are our adopted father and adopted mother. You know, father adopts somebody as son if he doesn't have children, something like that. He gives his property to the adopted son. Similarly, adopted son also is given. So therefore, you give your property to us. Not property, at least some boons you grant. Very clever. Human, no soul is more clever than the human being. His moods will always change. Today he will keep you above the sky. tomorrow he will bring you to the earth. But day after tomorrow he will throw you into Patala. So very changing, chalachitta. The mind is not constant. So sometimes he thinks in future not to create the human beings, create all other beings, energetic beings, except human beings. But all other beings are very straight and innocent. He doesn't get the time pass as he gets with the human beings. What to do? Huh? It is neither you can bear nor you can leave. Huh?
For other beings, it is the system that will take care.
Yadastam,
System will take care of other beings.
there is no need of take. They themselves take care about themselves. Huh? Very smooth. Other worlds, souls, they are very straight and very smooth. And there is no necessity even to manage them. They manage themselves well. Only this human, with other demons, etc., also there is no problem. Just take a sword and cut them. Again they will come, again cut. No problem. Only with this human world is called the central world. Of the 7 below worlds, upper 6 worlds. Bhuloka happens to be the central middle. And the upper worlds are called as Ishtalokas. And the lower worlds are called as Anishtalokas. And this middle world is called as Mishramaloka. They are very good. They are very bad. These are both bad and good. Not only both bad and good. When he will be good, when he will be bad, the God, even God doesn't know. When his mood is towards Rajas and Tamas, or when his mood is towards Sattvam, even God doesn't know. So, but they give very deep intellectual entertainment, you know. So that is why he cannot. Next.
Next question, Swami. It is from Shri Jitendra Datta. Jai Guru Datta, Shri Datta, Guru Datta, Prabhu Datta. Due to my living atmosphere.
One thing I am telling all of you, these questions I don't know till now. I am answering just now. Trailake, did you tell me these questions? No, not at all. Yes, sir, yes, I never knew these questions. Because some people are that impression that whatever questions they send, I will ask somebody for answer. Some books I may refer. And all that spontaneous knowledge is not there. So like that, in order to remove such a misunderstanding, such a wrong impression, I am conducting the online interviews. And you find one more thing. When I write the answers and when I spontaneously reply the answers, the spontaneously replied answers are far better, more effective than the answers written. Because the reason is, when I write the reply, the God component and human being component both interfere with each other. And when I give spontaneous replies, only the God component replies. Okay.
This one, Swami, from Shri Jitendra Datta. Due to my living atmosphere or my polluted mind, I don't know the exact reason. I am a follower of Hindu Dharma. If I see any other religious posters or persons, I get furious and start hating them internally. I can't control myself why I am behaving like this. I know it's wrong, but how do I come outside of this? Is there any solution? Kindly help me.
I will just give you a personal experience before replying this question. Your mother asked me once, Swami, suppose some Muslim terrorists come to you and say, unless you change yourself to Muslim, we will kill you. Then what will you do? Will you change your religion, Hindu religion, or will you change to Muslim, or will you leave your life for the sake of Hindu religion? Your mother asked that question. I told, even before those Muslim terrorists come, on hearing the news, I will shave my beard to half, put a white cap, and when they come, to what extent you have done the conversion of religion, other religions to our religion? She must do work sincerely, otherwise Allah will become angry. Like that I will not. He told, Swami, this much, yeah? You don't have devotion to our religion, Hindu religion. Then I told, I have not done even an atom of sin if I talk like this, because I have changed from Hinduism to Islam. Hinduism believes in God, Islam believes in God. Both are theistic religions. I just changed my dress, external culture. Islam believes in God. They call him as Allah. We believe in God. We call the God as Brahman, Parabrahman. So, what is the basic difference? Person is same. Dress is different. Suppose instead of Islam, people, Muslims, suppose atheists come taking guns. Then I will say, I will not turn to atheist. I will not become atheist. Even if you kill me, kill me. I will not become atheist. You may kill me. But here from Hinduism to Muslim, just from same house, from one room to other room I went. What is the objection? What sin I have done? And moreover, by doing like that, I have proved the universal spirituality. I have shown the knowledge of universal spirituality. Huh? Nothing, there is no change at all. If you change from theism to atheism, there is change. Here there is no change. I changed only the external dress, external culture. I replied that. So let him understand the logic behind this reply. He will not become furious. Yes. Further.
Swami, fifth question, Swami. By Shri Divakar, Pada Namaskaram, Swami. As you explained, in deep sleep, awareness completely shuts down due to no conversion of inert energy to awareness in mind nervous system. So, how come a person who is in deep sleep wakes up before completing his sleep when somebody pinches him or trying to wake him up, because there is no awareness to aware by the brain? Please correct me, Swami, if there is any mistakes in the question itself.
The only mistake is he studied engineering. He did not study biological sciences. See, the brain contains several parts. A small part of the brain deals with the awareness, nervous system, etc. Other parts are there giving mechanical signals to various functioning systems in the body, like kidneys, heart, lungs, blood circulation. So many mechanical things are there. So when you pinch, the mechanical signals activate that brain part which is taking rest. Suddenly awareness is generated and he is awakened. Simple things. It is only the mechanical signal, just like traffic signals. Mechanical signal. The other part of the brain is functioning without awareness. Other parts of the brain, they are giving mechanical signals even in deep sleep. That mechanical signal sometimes appear as if it is a signal of awareness. You know the traffic signals, you think that somebody is there, but they mechanically they control. There are so many mechanical processes which appear as if they are controlled and being implemented by intellectuals. It is just a mistake that you are thinking that since awareness is present in deep sleep, when you pinched, if awareness is there, even before pinching, even before the hand nears the part, body part, he will alert, hey, don't pinch me. Why should you? Why you are pinching me? Even if his finger touches before pinching, he will say, why? Who is touching me? He is awake. He is not in deep sleep. Why that pinching is necessary? Okay? So the awareness is not generated. That brain part related to the nervous system and the nervous system is one system only. It is taking rest and it is not working. Therefore, even though inert energy is available, it is not converted into awareness, because if the cutting machine is not functioning, even if you send electricity, the cutting work will not be done. Suppose the machine is spoiled, you have electricity, but cutting work is not done. So when it is taking rest, even though inert energy is available in the body, the system is not working, the machine is not working. Even the machine is working, if the inert energy, electricity is absent, then also no work. Both must be correlated, both must be together, active. So that is not at all point. Nobody, see, leave that topic, that big question. Simple question, let him put. Is he getting any type of experience during his deep sleep? Let him answer this one question. Anybody is not getting experience in the deep sleep. Even the fellow who asked, does he get any experience during the deep sleep? No. If he is getting any experience, he is in the dream state, not in the deep sleep state. If he is still aware of the external world, it is not dream state, it is awakened state. Awakened state, dream state, deep sleep state. So even that fellow who is putting that question, let him question his consciousness whether he is getting any type of experience in the deep sleep. If awareness is existing, he can get any experience. So, suppose there is nothing to be experienced, he must get at least the experience of the nothingness, which is called as ignorance. Even ignorance is not experienced. So even that Sarvapriyananda, who is talking, he is also not getting any experience in his deep sleep. But he is supporting awareness is present, because Advaita philosophy supports. Advaita philosophy says that awareness is God. And if awareness disappears in the deep sleep, God is disappearing. He is not eternal. That will contradict their basic philosophy. That is why, in order to support the philosophy, he is telling there is awareness in deep sleep. And some other people, funny, very funny people. Awareness is not there, but consciousness is existing. I simply put one question. There are only two items in the world, inert and non-inert. Awareness is non-inert. If consciousness is different from awareness, consciousness must be inert. When it is inert, there is no experience. Okay? If it is awareness, then that's what we are telling. Isn't it? So all these are foolish questions to project their over intelligence. See, the general psychology of human being is that it wants to project itself as very a great intellectual. That is general tendency. You see, don't feel hurt. I am also having that. So that there is one shloka, self-projection. You see, that shloka tells you project in yourself by any way, whatever may be the way, you become famous. Then he suggests the ways. Ghatam bhinjyat. You take a pot to the center of the roads, you break it suddenly. All will see you. You become famous. Patan chindyat. You just tear your shirt, standing in the center. All will see you. You become famous. Kuryadva gardabhaswaram. You produce, you cry like a donkey. Then all will see you. You become famous. Yena kena pyupayena. Whatever may be the way. Prasiddha purusho bhava. You become famous. You should earn fame. All attentions of all people should be towards you. Another psychological tendency, see, some ritual is, some tradition is going on. Suppose somebody gets some doubt in it. That tradition is correct as per the scripture, as per the ancestors, it is correct scripture. Suppose you go and inquire somebody, is this tradition, is it correct what I am doing? Immediately he say, of course it is not correct. Even though it is correct, he says it is not correct. So that what he wants, you are ignorant, I am wise. I have the knowledge, you don't have the knowledge. Just like the tiger is grabbing the goat, this fellow is making him ignorant. As soon as he says, this is not correct, he says, the other fellow will think, oh, I am ignorant. He is a scholar. He is Guruji. I am Chala.
Very common thing.
Very common tendency, I am telling. Very common. He will say it is not correct. He will say something in a different way. That different way is nonsense. That is ignorance. That doesn't exist. But somehow he wants to become Guru and the other fellow to become Chela. Shishya. Whatever he tells, he should learn. Then he should suddenly sit. Oh, Guruji, I am not knowing all this. And do sastanga, pranama. That is a general human tendency. Come and tell other.
Yes, Swami. Actually, Jayesh Pandey has a question.
Tell me.
Namaskaram Swamiji.
Huh?
Namaskaram Swamiji.
Yes.
Swamiji, actually, I wrote it by mistake. I don't think it is the correct time or appropriate time to ask it. It is not important, actually.
No, you have sent a question?
No, I didn't. I was thinking of I was thinking about asking it, but I don't think it's appropriate to ask it here.
Okay, you want to send it by writing, huh?
No, Swamiji, I don't think it's important.
No, if you want, you see, if it is not, if you feel that is not important, you don't raise the topic. You raise the topic. It is at an intermediate state.
Yes, ji, Swamiji.
You can ask. There is nothing. You see, all our family members only. And sometimes
No, Swamiji.
you may think that it is not important, but really it may be important. Who knows?
Okay, Swamiji, can I converse in Hindi so
Yes,
that I can
yes,
put
yes.
it more?
Yes.
स्वामी जी यहाँ नॉर्थ इंडिया में वो एक बागेश्वर धाम है, तो वहाँ पे एक वो धीरेन्द्र भैया हैं वहाँ के, वो जो वहाँ के कह सकते हैं कि वहाँ के किंग है, कह सकते हैं कि वही वहाँ की एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन संभालते हैं, और वो हनुमान जी के एक काफी ब्लेस्ड डिवोटी भी हैं, और वो काफी एग्रेसिवली हिंदू राष्ट्र का वो कह सकते हैं कि एक आइडिया जो है, एक आइडियोलॉजी जो है वो अपनी वो फॉरवर्ड रखते हैं उसे, और वो चाहते हैं कि इंडिया जो है वो एक हिंदू राष्ट्र बन जाए। तो क्या ये सही है स्वामी जी? और क्या ये हम कह सकते हैं कि हनुमान जी भी ऐसा ही चाहते हैं कि इंडिया एक हिंदू राष्ट्र बन जाए?
One thing here,
जी स्वामी।
there are two solutions for this question. Hindu Rashtra need not be desired, provided the other religions which are staying in India do not cause any difficulty, any problem to Hindus. They should live like brothers. They should not cause problem to Hindus. Anybody, even if a Hindu causes a problem to another Hindu, will the another Hindu keep silent? Ravana was a Hindu. Rama is a Hindu. Ravana caused problem to Rama. Rama fought against it. Here there is no question of religion. Here the point is whether you are causing some problem or not. Unjust problem. That is the thing which is to be inquired. If you are going on causing unjust problem to, if X is causing unjust problem to Y, then Y will retort. He has to retort. Otherwise X will think that Y is a mummy. If he doesn't cause any problem, and if he is very peaceful, living like a brother, then this separate Hindu Rashtra is not justified. You see this point. You see, when Pakistan was separated from India, the Muslims asked for separate state. India was against it. Gandhiji was doing a lot of resistance to separation. So therefore, it depends upon the other religions to live peacefully with Hindus, so that Hindu Rashtra becomes a meaningless demand. It's not necessary when there is no problem. After all, they are also theists. Muslims are also theists. They are not atheists. They also believe in God. They also believe that if they are doing mistake, they will be punished by Allah. Since they have that theistic religion, they must take this problem in a soft way, and they should think that Hindus are our brothers. They also believe in God. We also believe in God. Both the religions believe that if injustice is done, it will be punished. Both have the same belief. Maybe the names of God may be different. They believe in hell. We believe in hell. They believe in heaven. We believe in heaven. They believe in God. We believe in God. And we need not separate them as non-vegetarians. Because in Hindus there are non-vegetarians. Even in Hindus there are non-vegetarians. So there is no ground on which you can separate them. Except one ground. They should not cause unnecessary, unjust problems. If anybody causes unjust problem, maybe he may be Hindu also. He will be attacked. He shall be attacked. If he doesn't change it through peaceful messages. So it is not the question of separation of the sect based on the religion. It should not be separated based on the religion, because both the religions have the same concepts, basic concepts. But if some problem comes, issue comes, if it is issue-based problem, then the reaction is justified. It should not be religious-based issue. Religion is one only. For both, God is there. God supports justice. God opposes injustice. And God can be achieved by external devotion, exceptional love to Him. That also, everywhere it is there, in all religions. Nivritti, it is called as Nivritti. Both Pravritti and Nivritti are common in every religion. So that is my analysis is a sword with two edges. Okay, समझ गया पांडे जी? I don't know whether he understands English.
जी स्वामी जी.
हाँ नहीं? अच्छा, this will be translated into Hindi and it will be sent to you. Okay?
जी स्वामी जी.
Anybody who can translate into Hindi what I told? Huh? Okay, you.
जी स्वामी जी, I got it स्वामी जी.
Oh, you got it? You understood?
जी स्वामी जी.
Okay, then all right.
Thank you,
Otherwise,
Swamiji.
somebody will translate and send to you. Huh?
Okay स्वामी जी. Thank you स्वामी जी.
Right.
Swami, you also said that in the name of secularism, we are actually moving to atheism practically, saying that all is equal. Instead of following such a secularism which is practically atheism, isn't it better to go for a secularism with Hinduism or some religion particularly? Because
What you told, I already wrote the same
Yes, ma'am.
in one question. Already, whatever the answer I have given is uttered by you sentence by sentence, word by word. Already I have written the same. you are putting the same as question. That's all. I can only repeat the same answer. What can I do? Huh? I just criticized the present secular policy of our government because they should give equal importance to all religions. Instead of giving equal, you see, there is same medicine in different bottles. Since medicine is same, secularism means today I will take medicine from this bottle. Tomorrow I will take medicine from the second bottle. I will take medicine from third bottle day after tomorrow. That is secularism. Since the same medicine is in all bottles, I don't take medicine at all. That is not secularism. That is anti-secularism. Don't be religious is not secularism. You must be religious and give equal respect to other religions. That is secularism. Since all bottles contain the same medicine, we need not take medicine. Is this secularism? Any religious thing, if you find, India is secular, you should not speak like that. That is not secularism. That is anti-secularism. You must take medicine, and if you are taking medicine from each bottle, every day from one bottle, that shows you are giving equal, you are believing the same medicine is present in all bottles, which is secularism. And in the name of secularism they are taking as anti-religious, non-religious. Non-religious is secularism. That is the misunderstanding. Secularism does not mean non-religious. Secularism means religious. Instead of one religion, all religion, more religious. Because we are taking all the religions. It is more religious, not non-religious. That is the spirit of the secularism. You understand the point? You got the point? Very subtle point.
Swami, so can we take that because there are people out there fighting for Hindu Rashtra, and currently it is secularism, but practically it is going to atheism. So
that is what you see. They say when the fight came, then they are referring to secularism and non-secularism. And what they follow is non-secularism. Anybody, you see, an atheist is non-secular. Because when religion, the word religion comes, he fights. And he tells that this is not secularism. He is actually non-secular. Secularism means accepting every religion. It is not non-religious. Say whether it is food from MP or food from UP or food from Bengal or food from Kerala or Tamil Nadu or Andhra Pradesh, all foods contain same carbohydrates, same proteins, same minerals, same vitamins. You can eat any food. These components are supplied to your body. This is secularism. Now secularism means don't talk about food. Food should not be talked. You should not take food because we are secular. Complete, the sense is completely cut, is smashed.
Ignore.
That is what I enlightened in that. There should be, see, just like when you go to court, they ask you to promise on God. In all religious books are present. Bible is given, Quran is given, Bhagavad Gita is given. You promise on that. But that is secularism. Facility, believing all religions are equal, all religious scriptures are divine, written by God. But sometimes they are including one facility also. You need not promise on any book, on your heart. What bloody heart? What is your heart? Everybody knows what is your heart. How dirty it is, how polluted it is. Everybody knows, including yourself. Your family members know how dirty is your heart. They provide that facility. There is that facility also.
Yes, sir.
On my own Atmasachi. On my own awareness, conscious. What is his bloody consciousness? Yeah? He is always conscious about wrong things. His consciousness is, can he promise on his consciousness? A person like Swami Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, or Jesus, promise, I promise on my consciousness, there is value. Every hand he can carry, he cannot use that. So that is again a non-secular thing. It is not secular at all, because there is no God, no religious book, no scripture. That new option given is non-secular. And providing Gita, Quran and Bible is secular. That is atheism. Atheism getting support of secularism in a false way. Even though secularism doesn't support, they are making a support. They are telling it is supporting us. Just they are fooling us, because we are not able to analyze.
At present, in India, all the religions coexist. So it is now itself is a secular. All religions are
Not coexisting. Coexistence with love and peace and brotherlyhood. That is very important. If the brotherlyhood and love and that etc. is absent, then what is the use of co-living? Better to separate. So that everybody will see. Suppose all the sons are quarreling, the father will say, "You separate, divide the property and separate, live peacefully." That's the best solution, is it not? Live with love and brotherlyhood and all that. Best solution. But you are unable to live like that and quarreling with each other. Is it not better to separate
it is.
and live peacefully? Hmm? Why this system we use? That hand mic is very good. You put flowers. If this mic is put, flowers should not be put.
And one question from Litin Swami. He says, were there any other intelligent beings as devotees before humans?
Before human.
Before humans are created,
Uh,
are there any intelligent beings who are devotees of God?
You see, this question is based on the sequence of creation of souls, different souls. There are upper energetic beings like angels. So, this sequence, what? Anything? Huh? See, this search for sequence is not important for spiritual progress. Whether there were some beings or not, how does it matter for your spiritual progress? Is it not? It is unnecessary research. In modern research, always searches some unnecessary things. And what is its practical utility to the present problem? The present problem is that we should please God. That is the main problem. Whether men were the first intellectuals or angels were first intellectuals, how, suppose you find lot of research, do lot of research and find out the solution. Will it help to the present problem? The modern research is like that only, always. See, they are doing, they want to get a PhD on Shankara's philosophy. You know what research they do? Whether Shankara is born in Kerala, exact Kerala, or border between Kerala and Tamil Nadu. When Shankara was born, this portion of Tamil Nadu was existing in Kerala. What is use of that? What he has written in his commentary, You should bring it out so that it will help our present problem. Is it not? So, this question is unnecessary for us. It will not help the present burning problem, which is that when we die, what will happen? Suppose God is there. Somebody says God is not there. Somebody says God is there. Somebody says hell is there. Somebody says hell is not there. Best thing is 50-50 probability. You take the probability of least risk. Assume that hell is there. I'm not doing any sin. Okay? And I die. Believing the existence of hell, I have not done any sin. When I died, I found there is no hell. There is no loss to me. In this option, the risk is least. There is no harm if hell is absent. But suppose, believing that hell is absent, I did sins, and when I died, hell is there, that's finished. That fellow is finished. Huh? So,
You said that modern research is doing this thing. Fully agree with the things and
especially our chemistry people should agree. Because many of them do PhDs in reaction kinetics, and what they say, A plus B giving C is a first order reaction. It's already written in the book, Agarwal's book. It is written. After 7 years of research, the conclusion of the thesis is A plus B giving C is first order reaction. It is proved.
But in my case, it is now becoming specific. Since I am earning on that, should I continue that research or should I leave that?
No, see, since you must follow the water current of the river, you cannot swim against the water current. Unless you must swim against that, provided God hearing your prayers changes the direction of the river. Then only it is practical, it is possible. I am just telling for the realization of the fact. See, before it is changed, realization must come first. Unless you realize, how can you try for a change? Is it not? So, the realization part I am bringing. So that if all people realize that, it can be changed. Is it not? PhD thesis of 400, 500 pages, 200 to 300 references, this much book. Seeing that book, how great work he has done. How big scholar he is. Like that impression, wrong impression is given. He did nothing. According to me, he did nothing. And for a discovery, you need not have a laboratory. What laboratory Newton had? Falling of the apple. Observed that apple. Beautiful laws. Is it not? It is actually the discovery is nothing but you find suddenly the new concept by the grace of God. When God graces you, you get suddenly the new formula. That is the real research. Research means discovery must be there. Without discovery, simply acknowledging the already existing facts, that is not research.
but unfortunately
Research means you are searching again. You have lost something, you are searching again, and you must get it. Then only the research is fruitful. You did not get anything. I searched a lot. I did not get anything. I did research. I searched again. For that you must give me PhD. See, I have done some work. I searched again. The ring is lost.
Trying to move the ball.
I searched again. I searched again. The ring is not found. But I did some work, searching. So, like that, I was astonished to see Einstein was given doctorate by British country just for his paper on E is equal to mc square, which is about 9 pages. Newton was given doctorate for his laws of motion mentioned in a paper of 7 pages. When I entered Allahabad University, when I joined research, I went to library. I found the first information I saw was Newton's thesis, 7 pages, awarded PhD. Einstein's 9 pages paper, awarded PhD. Then I decided either I must get a PhD like this, though I don't want PhD. Of course, I could not succeed completely because my thesis was 31 pages with 7 references. In 31 pages also, about 20 pages were simply experimental data. Theory only 11 pages. So that is why I am having very poor opinion about research. Yes. And for your information, I did not touch the equipment for the 20 pages data. I was just suggesting why not like this, why not like this, why not like this. One Mr. Nair, who was working in Dr. Verma's ultrasonic laboratories, when I give a suggestion, then if heterogeneity is introduced like this, what will be the value of theta? Like this I was suggesting. And he himself was ordering sample to preparation of samples in the workshop. And he gets the samples, he rotates them. Oh, lot of discrepancies there in the angle. That's what I told. So let me note. Just a side activity for his work, in his work. I did not touch the equipment. I did not rotate the sample. He was rotating the samples. But he was honest in not claiming all that work as his work and getting PhD. That is also there in India, very much, very much. So we have deviated. What is the question?
So the question about intelligent beings before humans, it's not
Not at all required. How does it help the present problem?
And the next question is, in Christianity, snakes are presented as Satan, but snakes in Hinduism and Buddhism are related and depicted with gods. Why are these many different opinions?
See, after all, snake is only a simile. Why should you bother about simile? See, if there is difference in the concepts, the actual items, then we should discuss. Whether it is don't present it as a snake, present it as a wolf, fox, or some tiger. What is there? It is only simile. And here also they are worshipping serpents as angels. You see, one thing I found in the serpent, if you go by your way, it will go by its way. It will not harm you. It will bite only when it fears from you. If it fears that you are going to kill it, then only it will bite. Unless that fear is, till that fear is caused, it will never bite. That nature is there. You go silently by your way. If the serpent is coming, it goes by itself just by your side, just like a human being walking on the road. It will not harm. Suppose you stop, then it will doubt about you. You stopped only to kill it. Then it misunderstands it. So, but all these are only studies of animals. We are studying about human beings in spiritual knowledge. How to get salvation. Why should we bother about serpents and zoology? But I am confined to spiritual knowledge. Spiritual knowledge means only to human beings. Is it not? Not zoology, not botany and all that. Even human beings also, I request always the devotees to put questions on spiritual knowledge side, not on materialistic knowledge like politics, or which medicine I should take if I get typhoid fever. Some doctor has written this prescription. Is it correct or not? Not. Yes.
Swami, on the similar lines, I have a question, Swami.
Also, but all the incarnations are coming in the animal births, no, Swami. Hanuman is coming as a monkey.
It's not animal. All his body is only human being. Garuda, all the body is made of human being. So, these are not animals. They are having faces like animals. In human beings, you find some human beings having faces like animals. So, sometimes we find some people. For somebody nose is very long, you can say Garuda.
Correct.
Like that. Somebody may be very lean and walking in curved way, you may call him a serpent. So, the idea behind this concept is you should not judge a person based on the beauty of the face. Somebody may have very beautiful face, but lot of venomous idea. So that I think Bernard Shaw told this. He had the nose of Cleopatra been a little short, this big war would have not happened. Her beauty was due to her sharp nose. And for her they fought two sides. Big war. Then Bernard Shaw comment, and her nose been little shorter. Little. All this big war would have not happened. No? So, physical beauty should not be taken as standard. The internal beauty of good qualities is always permanent. The internal good qualities or bad qualities will attend the soul from one birth to other birth. Whereas the beauty of this body perishes as soon as it dies, human being dies, the beauty also perishes, the body is burnt, or body is buried. With this birth over, is it not? But the qualities, internal beauty, will continue for one birth to other birth. It is permanent. It is permanent with the soul, as permanent as the soul. And one more step you must also learn is, among the good qualities, devotion to God is the best quality. Even if devotion to God is present, even if some qualities are not good, doesn't matter. Before the value of that, even sometimes you can neglect the qualities. That is the best quality. Devotion to God, it tackles the main problem of the human life. What is the purpose of this human life? Only to please God. That is by devotion. So devotion is the best quality among the good qualities. So you must give value to a person by his devotion to God. And next level, good qualities. And if bad qualities are there, you must reject. But never bother about the physical beauty. Even if some people are having faces resembling the faces of animals, they may be very great, they may be very pious, they may be high devotees. Hanuman is a monkey face, but highest devotee. And you know, for your information, Chanda, you know, for your information, Hanuman is called as most beautiful. Sundarakanda. Rama is actually the most beautiful person. And whenever his story comes, Balakanda, Ayodhyakanda, Aranyakanda, Kishkindhakanda, Yodhakanda. Nothing Sundara is not mentioned. When Hanuman's part came, he mentioned a Sundarakanda. Eh? So, Sundare Sundarah Kapihi. In Sundarakanda, the monkey is most beautiful. Sundare Sundarah Kapi. So therefore, don't go by face value, especially in the context of selecting alliances, selecting life partners. Don't go by face value. Examine the good qualities. And if devotion to God is there, don't see any other thing. Somebody asked, sir, how to select this life partner? So much time, how can we select? How can we understand? Nothing to understand. Simply ask one question. In 1 minute, you can select the life partner. Simply you ask, do you believe God? Yes, I believe God. Why? Please bring the Mangal Sutra. Because you need not worry about the influence of bad qualities. If she believes in God, God will punish sinner. God will reward the meritorious people. That is automatic consequence. She will never do any mistake. She will at least fear to do mistake. Is it not? Yes. That is, instead of examining, will you do this mistake? Will you do this mistake? Will you do that merit? Will you do this merit? Instead of spending hours together with a big list, simply one basic question. Do you believe in God? Yes, I believe. You need not interview further. Simple. That is sufficient. Let her look like monkey. Doesn't matter. She will help you spiritually. When you worship Hanuman, monkey, are you not helped spiritually? So a spiritual person looking like monkey is like Hanuman. So the internal beauty is very important. Based on the external beauty, don't give value to a person. Even if the face beauty, face value they say, one word, face value. Even if the face value is not good, don't bother about it. To preach this concept, Hanuman is in the form of monkey, Garuda is in the form of bird, Adishesha, a lean fellow walking in a curved path. Huh?
Once Krishna, Narayan, Lord Narayan, he taught listen to Narada also. So Narada was given monkey face and then
So many stories. So many stories. They are not animals. They are only human beings having some deformed faces. We even now today we see some having some defects in faces. May not be beautiful faces, but seeing their qualities, seeing their works, you see the work of Hanuman. If you see the qualities of Hanuman, who can be equal to him in the entire creation? You know what he says? I will go to Lanka and search for Sita. Nijyaham tatradam Sitam napashyamya kshanam anayishyami va Lankam samutpatya saravanam. I will search for Sita in Lanka. If I don't find, I will bring the entire Lanka and put before you. You all search. Sarvadha Krutakariyoham Eshyami Sahasitaya. I will never fail in my work. I will come with the information of Sita. Even before going, you see that self-confidence, that courage. Yes, what is there if his mouth is a little bit protruding out? What is the big difference? Is it not? Of course, that does not mean that you should hate beautiful people. Immediately human beings, because Rama is beautiful, Krishna is beautiful. Now I am telling the secret of beauty also. The good qualities, the devotion to God is like light in the glass bulb. That among the good qualities, devotion is the best, I told. That devotion to God, that divinity, godliness, automatically brings the external beauty. Krishna is beautiful because he is divine. Rama is beautiful because he is divine. Adi Shankara is beautiful because he is divine.
That is why he is beautiful.
Telling general concept here. So, in divinity case, the beauty has example, has an explanation. So, you don't make a conclusion that every beautiful fellow should be hated and every ugly person must be loved. That is not my conclusion. But if there are some defects in faces, see what he can do due to birth. It comes from birth only, is it not? There are some defects in the faces. You can neglect them, seeing their qualities, seeing their efficiency of work, efficiency of intelligence. You must not mind these things. They are very simple things. Don't give importance. To preach this concept, Hanuman's face is like that. Garuda's face is like that. Nandi is also a human being. He becomes a bull when he carries. Otherwise, Nandi is, just human body with Nandi face. You see in cinemas? He is also a human being. All these are human beings. With slight deformations in the faces may not be very beautiful. Their faces may not be very beautiful, but you should not give importance to that. You should neglect that. Compared to his good qualities, compared to his. You see, in Shakespeare drama, this Desdemona. Desdemona is very beautiful, daughter of the king. She marries Othello, a Negro. So, like that, just for that point, that don't give much importance to external beauty unless it is a divine personality. That is a different thing. Among the pravritti subjects, give importance to qualities and most importance to devotion. Devotion is the best good quality. Best good quality, I don't know how to. Good, better, best. That is what I was also telling. Chandra was asking, you take your breakfast? I asked her, take is a break itself is a verb. Take is another verb. Why don't you break your fast? Hmm? Because both are verbs. I was telling. Of course, she studied physics. I did not. We need not find fault with her English. Yes, studied science. Science means language and not very much necessary. Now next.
Last question from Litin only. As we know, there are many Brahma years have passed and multiple yugas in each. So, do we have civilization before humans? If yes, please can you tell us about it? And do God have more intelligent beings other than humans and live in any other lokas or planets? If yes, do souls of all beings are same? Also, do rebirth can happen across these lokas?
Partially, it is also like that question, which is not useful. Is it not? Brahmalokas, yugas, calculation of the years, and that is there. Calculation is there. But what is its use? See, when Shankara was writing Brahmasutras, commentary on Brahmasutras, Adhyasa Bhashyam has written commentary on the superimposition. The first part is called as Adhyasa Bhashyam. The Purvapaksha, one question comes. You say that world is anadi, beginningless. Can you tell how many years back the world was created by God? That question came. Then he tells, see, we are writing this commentary and studying these books to escape from this worldly vicious circle of worldly bonds and reach God. We are studying this point. When the world is born, suppose so many years back it is born, in what way it can help in our present problem? He tells, your question is Pishtapeshanamevayam prashnaha. Pishtapeshana means pasting the paste. Already it is pasted. You are again pasting it. Pasting the paste. What is the use of pasting the paste? Similarly, there is no use of your question. Let us find out the qualities of God, which can attract us and create a devotion in our mind. Then, let us also find out the qualities of human beings. Because we are human beings. The human being is reaching God. So what are the qualities of human being? How they should be changed? That also comes in the question. Then, of course, he has mentioned one question, how to which lokas in rebirths they go. A human being, can he have rebirth in the upper worlds? So that is also slightly related. If I don't get God, if I don't reach God, will I at least reach better upper worlds? If I don't reach the highest abode of God, at least can I reach to some better worlds which are in the way to God, so that when I get association with those energetic beings, they may help me in reaching God. And in fact, there are the lokas, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, and Satyaloka, Brahmaloka. Before you reach Brahmaloka, there is Maharloka, Janaloka, and Tapoloka. These three worlds contain enlightened souls. And people who do not deserve the Brahmaloka, the abode of God, they slip due to certain fault concepts. Some devotion is good, but concepts are fault. Then they go to Maharloka, then to Janaloka, then to Tapoloka. There enlightened souls are present. In association with those souls, some training they will get. Their concepts are modified. Then finally they reach Tapoloka and do penance to reach Brahmaloka. So that is also a relevant question. Some relevant questions are there. But what is the, how many years Kruta Yuga, how many years, whatever many years, our present problem is not helped by those calculations of years and areas of the 7 worlds, distance between 2 worlds. Huh?
Spiritual effort is to be done on the earth. Because final spiritual efforts must be done only on the Machaloka, because this is also called as Karmaloka. And upper worlds are called as Bhogalokas. That is there. But there are certain worlds which can help the spiritual aspirants rectify some few mistakes, guide them properly.
But we cannot do anything there, no?
Cannot do, but you see, the concepts can be modified. Knowing a concept is not doing anything. No karma is involved in correcting your concept. It is not connected to the karma yoga. It is connected only to jnana yoga, theoretical.
That we can do there, in other lokas.
Other lokas. He can do. That's what Maharloka, Janaloka and Tapoloka. Tapoloka is the final stage. Maharloka and Janaloka contains certain enlightened people like Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara, Sanat Sujata. All these people live in these 2 lokas. They guide, they rectify certain faulty concepts. By that they get rectified. Then go to Tapoloka. Tapoloka contains people of very souls doing a lot of penance. So, like that, you see, some slight help. It is not a Karmaloka.
Abrahma Bhavanat.
Abrahma Bhavanal Loka Punaravartino Arjuna. I already discussed it with Nikhil. Long discussion was there, in Brahmajnanam.
Yes.
Recently. So here Abrahma Bhavanal Loka Punaravartino Arjuna is one shloka. Including the Brahmaloka, including the residents of Brahmaloka, all have to come back. All have to take rebirth on this earth. That is one verse. Yad gatva nanivartante tadhama paramam mama. If you reach my loka, you will never go back to earth. You will not be reborn. That is another shloka. Nikhil raised how to correlate. Because both are opposite. In the first statement, even the residents of Brahmaloka have to be reborn. In the second statement, those who reached my Brahmaloka need not be reborn. Are contradicting. How to solve this contradiction? That he asked in the recent satsang. Then I replied. First point, basic point is about rebirth. The contradiction comes about rebirth. Even if you reach Brahmaloka, you are not reborn. Even if you reach Brahmaloka, you have to be reborn. One verse. Those who reach my Brahmaloka will not be reborn. Is it not? Pure contradiction. Straight contradiction. Very clear contradiction. I correlated like this. Whether you reach Brahmaloka or not, you have to be reborn. Even God is taking birth. He has taken birth as Narasimha, Vamana, Parashurama, Sri Rama, Balarama, Krishna, Buddha, Kalki. How many rebirths he has taken? Are you greater than God in avoiding the rebirth? Yes. So that point is ruled out. You have to take rebirth along with God to assist in His mission. The God, the drama company will come along with its group. The whole group will be there. Of course, those who are required in the drama will only come, not all actors. Those who are necessary. So, that point, one point clarified. Second is, those who reached me, my loka, will not be reborn. The meaning of that sentence is, though they take rebirth, they will not be reborn in the births which are entangled or fascinated by worldly bonds. They take birth. Even God is born. He is not entangled by worldly bonds. Okay? He only acts as a rule. Like God, this fellow also will not be entangled by the worldly bonds. So you are not getting rebirth which is entangled by the worldly bonds. But you are getting rebirth to assist God. Both are there. You are getting rebirth in one angle, you are not getting rebirth in another angle.
You see, in this rebirth, moksha is.
Yes, Mukta Jiva has no rebirth. Mukta Jiva also takes rebirth. Even though he takes rebirth, he is not entangled in the worldly bonds. So such a birth which is entangled in the worldly bonds like all other ordinary human beings, such a rebirth is not there. This Samanvaya correlation is not given so far, The quarrel continues even between the three acharyas. This correlation continues.
This can be called divine rebirth. Or something.
Yes, it is not a human rebirth. It is divine rebirth. So rebirth is there, rebirth is not there. Human rebirth is not there. So no rebirth. Divine rebirth is there. So there is the rebirth. Beautiful correlation by God Datta. Beautiful.
It's a paradigm shift.
Huh?
The paradigm shift in my mind. I never imagined that, never read of it also.
Yes.
Swami, can we go to the next?
Is there you end question, last question?
Rishikesh Anna wants to ask.
Swamiji, Pada Namaskaram, Swamiji.
Namaste.
In one of the recent discourses given by you on 24th of December that was published, so in the second point you were talking about devotee is bound by rules of pravritti, and whenever a devotee goes to house of another devotee, some snacks or meals are offered with the intention of good friendship. The devotee shall try to repay it approximately as early as possible. Okay, in this regard I have the question, what if the devotee who is offering the meal is very rich? Okay, is offering me something like a 2000 rupees meal, where my affordable capacity is only 200 rupees. And here you also mentioned about Chitragupta maintains every paisa interest. And in that case, if I am not able to kind of treat them with 2000 rupees meal, will that still be considered as a debt relationship? That is first question.
One thing, you need not split this topic to such extent. See, generally I have a suggestion that one should not give strain to the other person.
Okay.
For example, all the Hyderabad devotees wanted to come to Mumbai for this function. Then you see, one thing in their own interest, unnecessarily spending so much money on the journey. One. Second, because money should not be misused, unnecessarily spent. Unnecessarily spending money means insulting Goddess Lakshmi Devi.
Yes, ma'am.
If you spend properly, it is worshipping Goddess Lakshmi. If Goddess Lakshmi is worshipped, she will stay in your house. If you insult anybody, he will quit your house, Not only Goddess Lakshmi, anybody will quit your house. So, like that, in general, I told. Then, when you are going to a person's house to stay for 2 days or 3 days or 4 days on some work, you should also estimate their financial ability. First point. Suppose they are leading an ordinary life with normal earnings. Suppose your stay in their house for 2-3 days is going to give some strain, some financial strain also. First I'm talking about financial strain. Then you should think a little bit. It is not.
Yes, ma'am.
Because he is your friend, you should not go. By his friendship, due to his love on you, due to very good friendship, he may offer something to you.
Right.
But he is a good person, no doubt. I don't blame him. He has any intention. But you should also consider the financial stress and the personal stress also. Suppose his wife is not having good health.
Right.
She has to prepare extra food, extra quantity of food. Financial strain as well as physical strain.
Yes.
All these things you should consider.
Okay.
Sometimes, people attend without considering anything. They don't think about these aspects. Simply following the laws of motion of Newton, simply travel from Hyderabad to Mumbai or Hyderabad to Vijayawada, Newton's third law. As long as no resistance, for infinite time it can move. If the host doesn't say anything, I can stay infinitely. Because Newton's third law says that. If there is resistance, then let it stop. If there is no resistance, the host is not telling anything. Says, due to his good character, good behavior, he may not say anything, but one time or other, he will feel the strain. He is not a yogi or a maharshi to have a constant mind. Human mind changes as per the context. Then he will feel pained, but still he is not expressing to you. Is it not sin on your part? Causing suffering to a good person is a sin. Such cases, Chitragupta will write. See, lot of analysis is there. Runanubandha, it is called as Runanubandha. You must clear the loan along with interest. Sometime or other. If this concept is told, then some awakening, some awareness will be developed. Is it not? If this concept is not told, bas third law of Newton's motion. The rocket does not require any fuel while it rotates in the vacuum because there is no resistance. So you need not worry about the fuel. So we need not worry about his financial stress or anything. There is, he did not express. If he did not express, does it mean it does not exist? Your X-rays are not expressed. Do you think that X-rays are not there? Gamma rays are not there? They're not. So since he is unable to express, on his behalf I am expressing.
Excellent, Swami. Excellent, Swami. Beautiful.
So you can take these cases based on good analysis and deep logic about that case. Consider, think about all things. Before you visit his house, you think all these points. And you should be careful. Okay, you have gone due to a friendship or some inevitable circumstance. While returning back, if he has children, purchase something and give to the children. And give some money to his children. Approximately equal. You can calculate approximately. You know. If you have spent hundreds, I am not asking you to give thousands. If you have spent 200-300, you may give some 200-300, 300-400, or 100-200 at least. Approximately. Not exactly how much rice I ate, what is its cost, what type of rice he gave, and what is its cost. Not like that. Approximate. Approximate compensation must be done. So that there won't be, it won't enter the Chitragupta's account. It will certainly enter if you don't analyze all these things and blindly follow Newton's third law of motion. Definitely, it is a serious matter. You have to, you will be born, suppose due to your sins you are born as dog, you will watch his house till that load is.
One more similar situation it just came to my mind. There are several young able people, male and female, who don't contribute to the society. They don't work. They keep consuming from various sources, but they don't contribute. So is that also?
See, merely saying contribution to society is not correct. Contribute to needy people, like very poor beggars. You feed them. That gives punyam. Or contribute to good, deserving receivers. It will give merit. But simply contribution to society, closing the eyes and blindly contributing, donating to every fellow, and if sinners are there in your donation, it becomes a sin. It becomes merit if you donate to a deserving receiver. It becomes a sin if you donate to undeserving receiver. And you may think that, okay, the sin which which I got by this donation may be cancelled by this merit of this deserving donation. Sin cannot be cancelled. Your sin cannot be cancelled by your merit. Sin is sin, merit is merit. You have to undergo both results separately. Okay?
Anything from undeserving also it is in
Undeserving, taking from undeserving. Huh?
Anything, for suppose a person do some alcohol.
See that,
some alcohol business, like that, if he is earning or corrupted money, like some devotees take money from bribe, they'll bribe from poor people, and even for sharing also this much to gurus or temples they will donate, or coming from alcohol money. lot of money and
No, that's what I told. Your merit cannot cancel your sin. Your merit, suppose you have earned some corrupt money, you have put in the temple, hundi. For putting that, you will enjoy the fruit of that merit and the fruit of this sin separately. This will not cancel that. But priests are telling false lies. So you have asked a question and I am answering, and suddenly you are talking with somebody else. Am I a fool? See, you have asked me a question. You must pay attention to me, my answer. Is it not? Suddenly you talk, you also don't disturb. Whatever may be, let the answer, let him hear the answer. Whatever may be. So, suppose you are hearing attentively. I stop the answer in the half stage and I talk with somebody else. Huh? What are the sweets obtained? Something like that. Then how do you feel? In the same way I also feel. Is it not? So, I told that mutual cancellation of sin by merit will not be done. You have to separately enjoy the good fruits and separately the bad fruits. The good fruits will not cancel the bad fruits. You have to enjoy both separately. For enjoying the bad fruits, you must go to hell. And for enjoying your good fruits, you must go to heaven. Both are separate places. One cannot cancel the other. But priests say that if you do worship, your sin is cancelled. That is wrong. Your sin is not cancelled. Why they are telling like that? For their livelihood. If you do worship, he will do worship. He will do worship. He will do worship. If you hear my answers with attention, I feel as if you are serving some divine nectar to me. Because you cannot get this knowledge again. That tea you can get anywhere. Anywhere. All right. So therefore, the priests are telling lies. Sin will not be cancelled by merit. Worshipping God is a merit. You will get the fruit for worshipping God. I don't say that don't worship. Because it cannot cancel the sin, don't worship God. That I am not preaching. I am telling the sin, your worship of God will not cancel your sin. Your worship of God, you will get its fruit separately. It will not cancel your sin. But priests are telling that if you worship God, your sin will be cancelled. Your difficulties will be removed. Why they are telling lie? Unless they tell that lie, you will not request the priest to do the worship on his behalf and offer some money to him. And unless you offer the money, he cannot have livelihood. No? So for livelihood, he is telling lie. And for to maintain the life, if somebody tells a lie, if somebody does a sin, it is not considered as a sin. Sage Vishwamitra ate the dead dog when there was a drought. No food was available. He must maintain his life to worship God. Life is very precious. So he ate the flesh of a dead dog. That is not a sin. So to maintain his livelihood, that fellow is finds no other job, nothing, no other way of livelihood. So I cannot find fault with him much. He needs some livelihood. For that he told a lie. But one thing is there, that you do worship. You pay him something. He'll let him be also be alive. Okay? That is giving you one good benefit, because it is giving merit to result. Is it? It doesn't go waste. Since it cannot cancel your sin, that worship is not going waste. It is yielding its own good result. And also sometimes God, seeing the poor condition of this priest, is earning his food in my name. What he does, he will not break the fundamental concept. He will postpone your this punishment to a later date, so that you will think, oh, by this worship, my sin is cancelled. He is also alive, got some food, but your sin is not actually cancelled. It is postponed with accumulated interest. So justice is not broken. See how beautiful arrangement from all angles. That is the multifaceted administration of God. That is the multifaceted intelligence. Veda says, Sahasra Serusha Purusha. His intelligence looks like as if he is having 1,000 heads. If this is the intelligence with our one head, his intelligence shows that he must have 1,000 heads. He is 1,000 times more intelligent than us. In fact, that word Sahasra, 1,000, it is not exact 1,000, many, infinite. Shatam and Sahasram, these two words in Sanskrit, they are used to mean many, not exact number. So his administration is multidimensional, infinite dimensions. So that is why he is unimaginable God. Cannot imagine his intelligence. You see, just you have seen the example of God Datta's intelligence. There is rebirth, there is no rebirth. Huh? How beautiful it is, correlation. Huh? When he gave this interpretation, I wondered a lot. I enjoyed a lot. That shows that I am not the speaker, I am also an audience, one of the audience like you. Otherwise, if I am only speaker, I take the strain of speaking and you enjoy. And I don't enjoy. Speaker doesn't enjoy. Is it? So he takes vidya. Vidya cha avidya iti dve shrutehe. He uses both vidya and avidya. Knowledge and ignorance. He uses knowledge to give the answer. He uses his self-ignorance to enjoy the answer. If he continues with the knowledge, he cannot enjoy the answer, Because he himself gave. And when he imposes self-ignorance, he forgets that he has given the answer. He enjoys his answer. It is justified. You can enjoy and allow him also to enjoy. Huh? There are certain human beings, let me not enjoy, but you should not enjoy. Let me suffer. If you are not enjoying, even I am prepared to suffer. Huh? Without getting benefit, some people enjoy at the suffering of others. Bhartrhara says, Kemi manava rakshasaha parahitam vignaya nighnanti. Bhartrhara, Subhashtam. What type of these manava rakshasaha? Demons in the form of human beings. Huh? Who want to harm others even though there is no benefit. See, some people harm others to get benefit from them. But what are these people who harm others even though they don't get any benefit? Let me not be benefited. He must be harmed.
That's why you said a while ago that human beings are the most complex.
Complex, but they give very good entertainment. That intellectual entertainment is very much. That is why he visits the human world in every generation frequently. Because that intellectual satisfaction comes here only with these dangerous people, with these special type of people. No, but he manages even human beings. See, one devotee went to God's temple and told, if you give me a son, he was not having issues. If you give me a son, I will give you, I will give you Chitikala Panjiri. Chitikala Panjiri means the front portion of the temple. I will build it. Chitikala, he used, Chitika means this. This is called a Chitika. God thought, I never heard of this Chitikala Panjiri. Immediately he gave son to that person. Then he asked, when will you give me the Chitikala Panjiri? He told, see, let him grow and let the Namakaranam, naming ceremony, that be over. It was also over. Then God again asked, when you will give that to him? Let him be married. Marriage also over. Oh, when you give that Chitikala Panjiri? Like that, marriage over. Let him also get a son. What is it? He also got a son. Then God asked again. Then the fellow was, just now I will construct. Chitikala means like this. He did like this. This is Chitikala pillar. Another Chitikala pillar. Now Chitikala roof. The Chitikala Panjari is over. There is a story up to this point. Everywhere it is also printed in some books. And when somebody told me this story, God is insulted, Human beings' intelligence, God is insulted. I told, you presented only half story. There is a remaining part of the story. Then he went to his house. His wife, he asked his wife to serve meals. Then she came. This is Chitikala plate. This is Chitikala chutney. This is chitikala vegetable. This is chitikala dal. And this is chitikala rice. Come on, hey. Hey, what is this? What is that? God possessed her and replied. I completed that story like that, because I was unable to bear the intelligence, that insult. So, over.
Nice. Two questions from Amudha.
Tell me.
To my understanding, Swami, also in Dattaveda mentioned that angels and demons are in human. First question, how to become an angel who only thinks and does good deeds as a servant to God? Even if we human realize our fault and ignorance, I feel that human efforts can't change the facts of ourselves. Human mind also wavering considering all this. I feel like nothing can be achieved by human efforts. God only showing infinite kindness and love and protecting every second.
See, when I compared some human being to angel, the comparison is only in the good qualities and good deeds done by that human being. Angels will have wings, so this fellow is not having wings. Angels fly, this fellow is not flying. See, whenever a simile is given, you should not take all aspects. Only, even if one common aspect is there, simile can be given. Your face is like moon. A simile is given. Your face is pleasant as the moon. That pleasantness is the single quality based on which the face is compared to moon. Other qualities you cannot bring. The moon reduces in 15 days, grows full in 15 days. The moon has black spots. You cannot. You need not take all the properties of the simile to the actual item. Even if one property is there, you can compare. That is called as, in Alankara Shastra, Eka Bhagopama. Upama means simile, Eka Bhaga in one aspect. Sometimes in several aspects the simile is given. That is called as Purnopama, complete simile. Sometimes in one compared aspect itself there is a lot of intensity, strength. Only one aspect, but that aspect is very much in the compared item as well as the comparing item, comparison. Then the same simile will be called as metaphor, Rupaka Alankara. That is Upama Alankara. This is Rupaka Alankara. So like this, that is Alankara Shastra is like that. So therefore, I told that there are three types of souls: angels, human beings, and demons. Angels are called as, in Gita it is told, Anishtamishtam Mishrancha Trividham Karmana Phalam. Anishta means demons. Ishta means angels. Mishram, mixture of both, human beings. So in human beings, you find angels, you find demons. But one condition is there. A human becomes an angel in one context, in one time. The same human being will become a demon in another context, in another time. That we call as change of moods. Moods are changed. So therefore, What is her question? I don't know. I understand.
How to become an angel who thinks
and does good deeds as servant to God.
Yes, you do good deeds, you become a servant of God, you have become angel. But that in one aspect only. In that one aspect. But that is the main aspect. See, having wings, flying, they are not very important aspects. Main aspect, good qualities, angel, bad qualities, demon. Okay? So, okay, it's okay.
Yes.
Second question. How one can attain stability in own mind towards God?
See, this question is very small, but it has very long answer. Huh? What happened between Sita and Rama? Question is very small. Entire Ramayana must be told. Huh? So, see, attainment of God, at least I will touch a few important points. Attainment of God, first, you must develop interest. You must have interest in your heart for God. Then, you see, creating interest in your heart, even though you don't have interest. Okay? That is also done. Because if the child doesn't drink milk, is not interested to drink milk, the parents will try to create the interest because it is good for him, for the child. So, God tries to create interest on God, but that is the main problem. God comes and creates interest in God, means in himself. So he doesn't come as God. He doesn't come in disguise. He comes in disguise. Incarnation. He is the actor, but the role makes him to look in a different time. So that he is somebody, some good being, some good human being came and preached. This point was made very clear in Bhagavad Gita by Krishna. In Gita, he never tells you take interest in God. He never speaks. You take interest in me. Straight. Very, very frank person. You salute me. Mayi buddhi nivesha, man namaskuru. Madhyaji, you do sacrifice for me. Mat karma paramo bhava. You always do my work. You always put your attention on me. Mayi buddhi niveshaya. You apply your intelligence on me only. Mayeva mana adatsa. You put your mind always on me only. Never he mentioned God. Meaning that I have come directly. Even every incarnation is God only. But they speak, they tell that you worship God. Suppose somebody else who is not God telling us to worship God, then we will give some weightage, Otherwise, the same fellow is telling you worship me, you put your mind on me. This fellow is definitely a cheater. All selfishness. Misunderstanding. Gita, nowhere he mentions God. Only I. Me. That's all. Everywhere. So, therefore, you must develop interest in God due to the efforts of God only in the form of Guru or Sadguru or incarnation. Interest, either you must have natural inherent interest. Inherent interest also is not correct because that inherent interest is nothing but the accumulated interest of several previous births. It is not. So everywhere interest must be created. It is only created interest. It is not. So you must get first the interest in the form of created interest. And to create interest, your associated members will create the interest. If you keep your association with good devotees, they will induce the interest. If you associate with worldly people, they will create the interest towards world. So the first step is association. That is called as Sangha. Satsanga means, Sat means God. Sangha, association. Okay? God in the form of Sadguru or incarnation also is association. He is creating interest on God. And Sat also means good person, devotee, good devotee. When you are in the association of good devotees, he also induces interest on God. So Satsanga means, the word Sat has two meanings. Either God himself directly, Sat is called as God because God is the absolute reality. So absolute reality is called as Sat. Relative reality is called as Mithya. So Sat Sangha means you are in association with some Sadguru. That Satsanga will create interest in God. And Sat also means good devotee. Another meaning. If you are in the association with good devotees, they will also create interest on God. So the first step told by Shankara is Satsangatve Nissangatvam, Nissangatve Nirmohatvam, Nirmohatve Nischalatatvam, Nischalatatve Jivan Mukti. This association with good devotees or with Sadguru, this will lead you up to Jivan Mukti. You are getting salvation while you are alive, not Videha Mukti. Videha Mukti means getting salvation after death. Jivan Mukti means getting salvation while you are alive. This will lead to Jivan Mukti. Up to Jivan Mukti, the last Puru. So it is all the association. There is a saying also, you tell me about your friends, I will tell what you are. Because if you tell the names of the friends, suppose they are rowdies, you are a rowdy. They will induce their nature into you due to friendship. So friend with whom we shall make friendship, that is the first step. Association. If you are making your association friendship with worldly people, that will lead you to become a multimillionaire. If you associate with devotees, you will get salvation while you are alive. Jivan Mukti. So you decide whether multimillionaire is greater or Jivan Mukti is greater. See, it is your decision. You want to you want to go to Delhi, this is the way. If you want to go to Chennai, this is the way. You decide to which side you want to go. Do you want to become multimillionaire or do you want to become a good devotee of God and please God and attain the final step of the salvation, final divine fruit. So now she is asking the question, and her question shows that she is interested towards God, not to the world. Is it not?
Yes.
Therefore, I am now the way is clear. She is asking the way to Delhi. Yes. So the way, when the goal is mentioned, the way is also specific. I cannot show this way, that way, this. Only this way I can show. Way also becomes specific. Since the goal of your interest is specific, God. So for that, what I told, either you must have association with the Sadguru, who is not only guide but also goal. That is very fortunate association. Because both goal and both guide. Krishna only. Krishna is the preacher to Arjuna, Guru, guide. Krishna is the goal also, Arjuna. He directly says in Gita, I am the goal. You put your mind on me. Don't put your mind on anything, anybody except me. Very clearly, every time he beats his drum. Huh? Only to Arjuna. Because he deserves it. Otherwise, he beats the same drum is before Dhritarashtra or Duryodhana. They will immediately scold him, you fellow. So far, we were thinking that you are only a cheat. You are also selfish. You beat also your own drum. Selfish, highly selfish, like that. So he will never beat his drum before Duryodhana or Dhritarashtra. He beats his drum before Arjuna because he is speaking truth. It is not beating drum. It is perfect truth. He knows that Arjuna will not misunderstand him. Arjuna will not misunderstand him as a drum beater. He has that confidence on Arjuna. That is why when the other person is not going to misunderstand me, what is the wrong if I tell truth about me? Why should I hide the truth? I shall hide my truth if I doubt the other person may misunderstand me and may think otherwise, then I shall not beat the drum. Even though it is truth, I shall not beat. That is why Kalidasa says, Yadhardhavyahurudisahi nastutih parameshthiraha. When you praise God, it is always truth. It is not praise. You may praise to any extent. Still your praise is lesser only. It is not completed. So, if she catches the first step, she automatically reaches the last step. There is a direct train from Mumbai to Delhi. No change. Direct. That is what Shankara told. Satsangatve nisangatvam, nisangatve nirmohatvam. Nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatve jivanmukti. Straight train. It may stop here and there, but don't get down when it stops.
Those are only converts. Those stops are only converts.
Yes. That is a different mechanism done by God to increase the speed of your devotion. So therefore, the straight train is to select your friends. But you will reach the goal. If you select Sadguru, like Krishna, like Adi Shankara, like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa,
Like that song.
again beating drum.
You are not telling.
I am not. You are beating the drum. Whatever it may be. Maybe Datta Swami, what is wrong? Any Sadguru. I am telling any Sadguru. If you find somebody as a Sadguru, catch him. What is it? I am only telling you to catch Sadguru. I did not give any name. Even if I gave names, non-objectionable names.
That is the past incarnate.
Passing.
No contemporary.
Contemporary, naturally that ego-based jealousy comes, and it's very difficult to conquer the ego-based jealousy. Ego and jealousy, the two cataracts of the eyes, two eyes. So that is very difficult. But contemporary human incarnation is really the best because you will have direct contact and you can ask any doubt at any time, in any stage. It will be clear.
So much better.
The answer coming from Sadguru. Sadguru means Sat means God. That is, God means goal. Guru means guide. He who is both guide and goal is called as Sadguru. So it will be very easy. As soon as you got down, as soon as you enter the train, you got Delhi. The train itself is Delhi. What a nice facility. But it will be traveling, it will be taking to Delhi till you realize that the train itself is Delhi. Otherwise, even if it is Delhi, you won't recognize. You will not get down. See, in Gita, Krishna told, I am God, I am God, I am God. 1,000 times he told. What Arjuna did at the end of the war, I could not properly hear your Gita. You repeat it again. Huh? Even he could not understand Gita. So that is why he is not deserving salvation immediately. He has to take the birth of a hunter, next birth. He is not eligible for salvation. That is why he could not understand Gita. Because Arjuna was having a samskara of not believing the human incarnation, believing only statues, believing only energetic forms. When Krishna is there, why he has gone to Himalayas to do penance for God Shiva? Who is God Shiva? Who is God Krishna? Both are one and same. So, that belief of human incarnation, that concept is not digested well in him. He is under the impression of energetic incarnation, God Shiva. Worshipping the energetic incarnation in the form of a statue, Shivalinga. So, since that is there, that is why he was born as a hunter and worshipped Shivalingam, God Shiva only. His strong samskara only came in that birth. Then he was born as Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda never believed Ramakrishna Paramahansa as God. Till his death time. Only when he is suffering with his throat cancer. Then there Swami Vivekananda sat. If he is incarnation, will he suffer like this? Why he is suffering if he is incarnation? Like that he thought. Then Ramakrishna Paramahansa was lying like this. He opened his eyes, he looked at him and told, Naren, still you are doubting. I am the Rama and I am the Krishna. Then his layer broke up. And that is why when he died, Bijjate Hridaya Grandhe, when he died, blood came through his nose and there was a rupture here. That was noted. Swami Vivekananda is sitting in the room, and outside this Annadanam is going on, and while it is going on, he sat in his room and sat in meditation, and it is called as Kapala Moksha. When the ignorance knot breaks, then there will be breakage here. Here there was breakage, and he found the blood came from the nose. So then he got salvation. He believed that Ramakrishna Paramahamsa is a human incarnation when he told like that. Till then he was not believing human incarnation. Arjuna was not believing. He took hunter's birth, next birth, and next Swami Vivekananda birth. So Arjuna got salvation in the third birth, as Arjuna, as hunter, as Vivekananda.
At that time, Ramakrishna broke that.
Ramakrishna told, when the time comes, I will open the lock. Till then, I will keep the key with me. He told that. He told Swami Vivekananda, now I am locking your brain. I am locking. But I am keeping the key with me only. When the work is over, I will myself open the lock. That opening lock is indicated by that rupture. So, I think she got the answer. Huh?
Excellent answer. Excellent. Krishna preached a complete Dvaita philosophy that God is separate and God is separate. Whereas Ramakrishna Paramahamsa preached Dvaita philosophy.
No, he worshipped Mahakali,
Like
devotee and deity. Is it Dvaita or Advaita?
Swami Vivekananda preached Dvaita.
Swami Vivekananda went into Advaita philosophy due to his, see one thing, he is having some rajas nature. Arjuna also was having a rajas nature. And when rajas predominates only, then only somebody will feel, I am God. Ravana told that I am God. Hiranyakashipu told, I am God. Is it not? There is no God other than me. In demons you find that. Advaita philosophy. So here he was in foreign countries. When he went to foreign countries after that Chicago meeting lecture, then he went to Advaita. The atmosphere was foreigners. Is it not? Foreigners, you see, anybody will be attracted to spiritual line. Anybody, even Indians, were attracted by Shankara. If in the beginning you impress the person that in this subject you have not to do much effort. Simply if you know that you are God, you will become God. See, everybody will run. See, initial attraction of the audience. Is it not? So there is a lot of effort. Then only you will become a servant of God. Nobody will be there. Nobody will come. That already Jesus told. The path to God is very narrow, covered by thorns, and sometimes one fellow will be coming, but the path to hell is national highway, always with full of crowds, covered by petals, rose petals. Huh? Unless you hate your father, mother, brothers, sisters, wife and children, you cannot be my disciple. Who will come? They crucified him. That only not coming. Killed him. not encouraging. First, you must encourage. And just you must know that you are God. For knowing, you must have knowledge. You will become God. And let us attend his speeches. Let us get the knowledge. Let us become God. Is it not attracting? Attraction is necessary either through some miracles or Advaita philosophy. If you can't do miracles, Advaita philosophy is the best miracle. He is more powerful than miracles. Nothing to do. Simply I have to attend his lectures, get the knowledge, then I will get a realization that I am God. I will become God. No investment, single rupee investment is not there. Either that must be done, or like Satya Sai Baba, doing miracles. No? That must be done. So, if you see the psychology of foreigners, they have that Rajasic and Tamasic nature, their eating habits. Compared to Indians, some traditionally disciplined people, they are very free living people. And then what other philosophy says? Whatever may be your nature, just come to my lecture. Learn the knowledge. You will realize that you are God, you will become God. Everybody is attracted. So he wanted to attract foreigners to his speech. Then only at least the atheist will become theist. Shankara finally got that result. He converted atheist to theist. Atheism also is more in foreign countries. Atheism is more. So, seeing the atmosphere, one has to adopt the plan. Understand? Even Satya Sai Baba adopted that philosophy. He speaks Advaita. In spite of all these miracles and all that, he always Advaita, miracles and Advaita. But in Advaita, there is one merit also. You are God. You are already God. That is what it says. Then you think that you are God. Then if suppose some beggar comes and begs you, Are I am God? If I can't help even a beggar, can I be God? Your conscience will put that question. I am God, I must be dignified, let me give something. Some good effects are there. So, and some depression comes to you suddenly. Then you think, I am God, I am the creator. Depression vanishes. Depression cannot come to God. Therefore, I should not get the depression. Depression is gone. You are successful. There are some benefits and certain advantages for the spiritual progress. All these are good for spiritual progress. To become dignified, to help poor people, and to follow. You see, I should live up to the dignity of God. I must maintain the dignity of God, is it not? Suppose you are king, then itself you will be thinking, I must have some dignity. I must not do these silly things. I must like that. So there is a reformation of the soul based on Advaita. And advantage like coming out of depression. So there are certain merits which the human being can enjoy in the name of God. For the sake of some dignity at least, he will have some good qualities. He will show some good qualities. He will develop some good qualities. And the soul is becoming more and more reformed. Is it not a good effect. Whatever may be the technique may be wrong, but the result is excellent. We are getting excellent result. And this type of reformation, foreigners needed very much, as per their nature, as per their lifestyle. They needed this type of technique. So based on that atmosphere, he became Advaita philosopher. Otherwise, he is a student of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He always prayed Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Several times he prayed Mahakali. She prayed. So, and in Advaita philosophy, there is another wonderful thing. They worship every form of God. That is not there. Judaism is there. In Advaita philosophy, in Judaism, Advaita is not there. In Dvaita, Advaita is not there. In Advaita, Dvaita is there. Because they think maybe I may not be God. I may not reach God by this path. I may have to worship God. So let me worship all. And which form of God? We don't know. Which form of God? Let me worship all forms of God. There is nothing lost. Judaism exists very well. Ramanuja, Madhva stand in Advaita. Okay? So he has not harmed anybody. What Advaita says, your Chitta Shuddhi, for purifying your mind, you must worship God. And Advaita allows Saguna Upasana. In every form. Shankara wrote prayers in all forms. So there is no damage in Advaita. Advaita they become friends with everybody. They easily exploit people by creating that ambition. Okay? Good, but that's all good, Even though they exploit like that, there are some good aspects, good results, good benefits, is it not? You think that you are God, what is wrong? Thinking that you are God, you are helping a poor man. Is it not good? God will appreciate it. If you are benefited, God will appreciate it. By Advaita, if you are destroying yourself, if you are harmed, then God will object. God doesn't mind if you use Advaita for your reformation.
उद्वेगरहिता संतोषरहिता शांति समुद्रा श्रीदत्ता शांति समुद्रा श्रीदत्ता शांति समुद्रा श्रीदत्ता ओम शांति शांति शांति.
Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that propagating divine spiritual knowledge pleases the Lord greatly. Jnana yajnena tenaham ishtasyamiti me matihi. Spiritual knowledge brings about permanent peace and harmony in the world. So join us in sharing this divine knowledge of Lord Datta and earn the highest grace of God. For more spiritual videos, visit our YouTube channel, Sri Datta Swami. For more discourses on true spiritual knowledge, visit the website www.universal-spirituality.org.